Hello and welcome to another episode of Comic Book Reviews. If you love comics as much as I do, you're going to subscribe to my channel. I review comics for Comic Crusaders. I also have my own franchises, Adolescent Radioactive Samurai Platypi and Carl Vincent Vampire Hunter. They're available on Comics Central, Indie Planet, and Comixology. Check them out. Stay tuned to this broadcast for more information. Also, like the Facebook pages for each franchise for more information. Check out my Patreon site for some neat original artwork and shows that you won't find on YouTube. I'm Kevin Given, and today we're going to review two comic books with a strong female lead, just because I don't want to be called a sexist troll by anybody. Anyway, the first comic book we're going to review is Vampirella vs. Reanimator number 3. Ever since Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, mad scientists in fiction have grappled with the morality of creating life, bringing back the dead, creating creatures through DNA that must have been extinct for many years, dabbling in the supernatural to advance their heinous agenda. A popular trope for this genre is to see the mad scientists destroyed at the hands of their own creation. Sometimes the story is handled with care, but other times it's done on the fly just to capitalize on someone else's work. This tale explores one of the more thought-provoking in the Handle with Care narrative. Looking at the creative team, Cullen Bunn is taking this story into a realm that neither Vampirella nor Dr. Herbert West have entered before. West's mad obsession to control every aspect of life and death has driven him to the unthinkable and forced Vampirella to play her hand. A hand she didn't want to play since she's risking her own existence by playing it. It's a fascinating read, as the morality of the situation at hand is one that real scientists will probably have to grapple with someday soon. The appearance of this issue's antagonist is met with revulsion, as it is a necessary evil. Great stuff includes Dr. West's triumphant attitude when he believes that he has conquered death, and Vampirella's revelation to Dr. West as to how he's conquered that same death. Blackie Shepherd works his usual magic with only the color red. His mostly black and white narrative clearly works well here, as it has through the whole series, and it helps to make the reality of this world unique. Highlights include the first appearance of Death and the splash showing the results of Herbert West's creation. In conclusion, this one has it all. Death as a goddess, her resurrected past, Dr. West's compulsiveness, also his desire to not just play God, but indeed to become God. Vampirella's calling him out on it, and Vampy's response to what West has wrought. This is an entirely satisfying issue that sets us up for bigger and better things next issue. 4 stars, 9.1 rating from this comic book reviewer. Now let's review Catwoman number 9. This issue opens with Selina Kyle gambling at a Chinese casino. Then we flash back to a week earlier when a pawn shop was robbed. The link to the casino and the pawn shop is the highlight of this one-issue story, and it's a clever one. Selina gets to show off her skills as a cat burglar, and it's a fun ride. Looking at the creative team, Ram V scratches this kitten's belly and makes her purr in an amusing way. The cat risks a lot for a seemingly invaluable trinket. But you know what they say, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Besides, this seemingly random burglary leads to the toppling of a much bigger crime ring that threatens the city. This whole issue was done to bring Selina Kyle back to her roots and what made her such a strong force in the Batman's life to begin with, her agility and strength. It's a quick, gratifying yarn. Great stuff includes Selina's risk to help a friend and Selina's relationship to Detective Hadley. John Timms does great work showing off Selina Kyle's acrobatic skills. His panels showcase the cat's talents as she bounces from place to place to help the police bring down a high-profile criminal. He conveys her speed and agility in a satisfying way. Highlights include Selina's flirtatious involvement with Hadley and the rooftop shenanigans that help the detective discover the evidence he needs. In conclusion, a real treat for an issue lighthearted and action-packed with just enough bite to whet our appetites. It's a one-issue story that thoroughly satisfies our expectations. We don't always need epic narratives and world-shaking climaxes to have fun. This cat still knows how to play, and it's fun to watch her cook. 3 stars and 8.2 rating from this comic book reviewer. So there you have it, true believers. We reviewed an issue of Vampirella vs. Reanimator, publisher Dynamite Comics, plus Catwoman, publisher DC Comics. If you love comics as much as I do, you're going to subscribe to my channel. I review comics for Comic Crusaders. I also have my own franchises, Adolescent Radioactive Samurai Platypi and Carl Vincent Vampire Hunter. They're available on Comics Central, Indie Planet, and Comixology. Check them out. Stay tuned to this broadcast for more information. Also, like the Facebook pages for each franchise for more information. Check out my Patreon site for some neat original artwork and shows that you won't find on YouTube. And that was our look look at comic book reviews for this week. Until next time, this is Kevin Gibbons saying so long and keep reading those comics.